Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So, I did a little bit of leveling, like I said I would last time. I got some jobs up. Didn't get all of them up yet. But I realized that there were some things I wanted to get that were just too much to ignore, as well as go over some things I really should have gone over by now. It's just, they didn't come to me as important because, well, in my opinion, they're kind of out of order. Like, the way they try to streamline the game is, at least from what I can tell, is they're actually trying to push players through all of the story content as fast as possible so that they can get the rewards from that and the zone access related to that so that they can do everything in the game really quickly. And that's kind of a shame because it sort of, like, the pacing is already weird from the way stories start, but it's also weird just because, like, you get all this new information really quickly, like, oh hey, the Beastman threat's on the rise. Oh hey, you know, there's this mysterious girl. She thinks you're important, etc., etc. Like, I don't know. Anyway, this lady right here, Kareen, or whatever, she's very hot, elven, with her very thick thighs and booty shorts, and long legs that go all the way up. She's a map vendor, and she sells maps. And she used to only sell maps of the surrounding Bastoken areas, I think all the way out to the Altepa Islands. I could be remembering wrong, though. But now she sells, like, every major map area in the game. So, we want maps so that, you know, we see where we're going. We won't go to all these places yet, and I'm not going to try to buy all the maps right now, but I am going to buy some maps for important areas. Excuse me, I have been drinking. That was burp. You can't get every map from her, but you can get a lot of maps from her. And let's see. Yeah, let's get Maze of Shakrami. And I think the more expensive maps we'll hold off on for now. Wait, I can buy that? Okay, well, I'm not going to buy this map because there's a quest related to it that I already spent money for, or should still be anyway. And, yeah, so now we've got more maps. And your maps are in your key items under magical maps. I think they used to be under permanent key items. It used to be like temporary items, permanent key items, and then like, I think like Mog Garden and active effects and claim slips. And I'm pretty sure everything else didn't exist. But at some point they took magical maps out of permanent key items. Or maybe I'm just fucking drunk already off of like 2 sips of sake. Whatever. You don't actually need maps to go places. It just helps to be able to see where you are. Anywho, let's talk to this guy. Bring me the secret ingredient of my formula, huh? Okay, well, I happen to know, and I don't know how you would figure this out, but his secret ingredient is a bone chip. I don't eat this. I keep it in a pocket close to my heart to remind me of myself of my own mortality. That is my secret. Maybe you're a little too young to understand. And oh wow, quests give you experience points now? That's new. But also nice. That's an impetus to actually do quests. Although you'll have to do quests anyway because you need fame in order to do quests that are important to certain jobs. Like in order to fight the avatars for Summoner and earn them, like Ifrit and Shiva and stuff, you need to do quests. Otherwise, your Summoner doesn't have their spells. But that's going to be later on. But we wanted that map so that we could go and do our mission, Geological Survey. We don't need it to do the mission, but I want it, so yeah. Also, let me show you something real quick. We got these NPCs right here. They're all related to records of Eminent, which is in the quests. You got this first step forward, and it's like, go talk to one of these guys, and Isakoth and Bastak Markets is ours. And I actually talked to him before, but it seemed like it might be related to story somewhat, so I said, walk away from him. And then every time I zone into Bastak, we get a little text message. And perhaps it would behoove you to speak with Isakoth in Bastak Markets. And he's going to explain records of Eminence to us. And for some reason, every time you talk to one of these guys, it like unloads every other person around you. Yeah, you say nothing and just walk away, and it's kind of funny because he like freaks out. I'll show you. He's like, who gave you permission to leave? But that doesn't get you anywhere, so yeah, it's just kind of funny. But it's nice that it was an option, because that way I can show you these records of Eminence that they want you to take up. I've walked away from you twice, dude. I don't say that I'm passionate at all. Share with the person next to you. The memorandal nods in agreement. Records of Eminence is in a word. Fighting spirit. Hey, that's 2 words. So what if that's 2 words? That illustrates my point all the more. Adventurers need to give 80,000% at all times if they want to uphold justice. Try setting an objective all by yourself, huh? You can repeat certain ones. Okay. So basically this is like self-imposed questing that comes with rewards. And the memorandal is going to record all of our eminent feats. It does seem like a little tiny, like, potato head voodoo doll or something. When you don't know the answer to the question, distract the person with a joke. You've taught me all that you know? That's jack shit, dude! But okay. So, they gave us 6 strips of meat jerky, which will come in handy for leveling Thief and Warrior and Monk in the near future. We also got 300 experience points because we're awesome, I guess. And so, you can basically set these. Can you, like, set them? Yeah. I can't remember if you can set them more than once, or more than one at a time. Yeah, but you see, like, how easy they are, right? I don't care about ambuscade yet. I'm just gonna set all the ones that are really easy. Okay, we can't do that one yet because it hasn't been 45 days. Assist channel. Okay, yeah, sure, we can do that. These are all guild master things we could easily do, but no thanks. Okay, we can do those later. This one we can click on and it should instantly complete. Shazam! Instant completion. Awesome. Okay, so we've done Alter Ego Bastak, so that one will automatically complete. And see, they're just sitting in here like stuff you can do. And like, it's like obtain job, etc. There's artifact quests, level cap increases. Like it sort of also shows you like what you can do throughout the game. And like you can see there's ones for the story missions and the nation missions. It's a really easy way to get rewards and extra EXP. It helps with leveling. But also, let me see if one of these people ought to do something. Okay, complete at least 10 records of Eminent objectives. Let's see, can we actually do that? We have completed 6 objectives. What was this one again? Oh yeah, we can't do that one yet. Well, that'll be easy enough to do at some point. Let's see. We won't be able to do those yet. Won't be able to do those yet. Okay, that one should auto-complete maybe? I thought that one was auto-complete. I thought that mission had already happened, but maybe it hasn't. Okay, it hasn't. That's okay, we'll figure that out later. It'll auto-complete. But anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we were gonna go to the Dangroff Wadi. And going to the Dangroff Wadi will let us get more records of Eminence for Bastock Rank 1 TAC 2. Yeah, but whenever we get 10 completed, I'm pretty sure that Ixsly there, Ixsly, he ought to, let's rebuff our signet. I know it's nowhere near falling off, but I just can't stand when it starts to get like under 4 hours for some reason. Let's see. Can you recharge my chariot band? You can only purchase or recharge a chariot band once during the period between conquest tally results. So since we bought it this conquest tally, we can't actually get it, which at this point that means we should just throw it away, because I'm pretty sure the Emperor band is better. Let's see. Emperor band. Yeah, it's the same, or well, not the same. It's a little less experience point bonus, but it has a higher total bonus. Like the Chariot Band will give us more per kill, but the Emperor Band will give us a higher total bonus. Was there one better than the... No, there wasn't. Okay, cool. We have so many conquest points, though, we might as well buy a warp ring, just so we can warp back to town really easy. It has a really long recast time on it, but it'll be worth it, because it's usable by any job in any place in the world, pretty much. And it doesn't... I don't think it has to be recharged, so... That's pretty cool. But yeah, basically, we want to do our nation missions for a bit here. And with trusts, they should be easy enough to do. Like the rank 1 missions are all very easy. You can get them all done, even the old days by like level 10. The rank 2 missions are like relatively like level 25-ish in the old days to complete them, because there's a quest line fight at the last rank 2 mission that's like you need a party of level 25 people to beat it. So like that'll be when we whip out our trusts and say, hey. At least I think trusts can be used. If they can't, I might be in trouble. But I also think they might have removed the level thing from it. But we'll see. We will see. And also, as you can sort of see, I got White Mage to level 22, and Black Mage and Red Mage are up there, kinda. We learned a lot of spells, and you can look at your total magic lists on the actual menu. But yeah, we learned Curega, which is in Final Fantasy XI is an area of effect cure that's about 3 times as strong as Cure 1. So it's actually like it'll heal your whole party for like Cure 1 at a good. Well, they actually altered curing formulas at some point in the recent future, or recent times. But like, in the old days, Cure 1 used to cap out at like, can we help this person out? Let's see. Oh no, they don't need help. They're good to go. And they're especially good to go now. But, yeah, in the old days, Cure 1, 30 HP roughly. Curega, 90 HP roughly. Also, you might have noticed with that person fighting that rock lizard, when I targeted the rock lizard for a second, its name was purple. Whenever you see a monster that's fighting someone with a purple name, that means it's claimed, and you cannot hit the monster. But you can heal the person that's fighting it, or you can buff them with any buffs that go beyond party, like Protect. And it's kind of nice. Alright, here we are in Dangraf Wadi. Or Wadi, or Wadai. I've always said the Dangraf Wadi. And its map is kind of, you can see it's kind of like mazy, sort of. And you can see up in the northwest corner there's like a, it looks more angular. There's like some sort of stone passage over there that's actually like construction, or like the ruins of some constructed passageway. And the wadi itself is, it's like, I don't know, Yellowstone. There's geysers around here and steam and stuff. And it's also one of the areas, I think particularly up in the northern section and maybe the very southern section, they replaced the level 30 monsters or so with level 90 monsters for leveling because no one ever came to this area except for quests otherwise. This area is actually involved in quite a few really annoying quests. And I'll show you some new magic here. Arrow. Although I think you've already seen Arrow casted on me when I was on Monk anyway, so kind of whatever. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to get in that steam vent, and we go to our temporary. Okay, so it changed on the very first go, but basically you stand in that steam geyser, because he's testing the acidity of the geysers, remember from the quest, and the it was originally blue, now it's red, and we can go back to Bastok. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how the warp ring works. Was that 10 hours or 10 minutes? If it's 10 minutes, then this is a really good ring. It effectively replaces the warp spell. Oh wow, that's 10 minutes. Wow. When did they add that in? I thought it was like 10 hours. Like, I'm pretty sure originally the warp ring was like a 10 or a 24-hour item, so like it wouldn't step on the toes of the spell. But I guess they realized at some point that since only black mages and black mage subs can cast warp anyway, and not everyone wants to level black mage, and also do the quest to get the warp scroll, that they just go ahead and give a warp ring, I suppose. Oh yeah, I think this little Moogle guy here does something for us. Okay, we're at the Moggle House. Something. why I would personally starve to death in the streets of Sandoria to free adventurers the world over from inventory frustrations. So how about it, Kupo? Okay, so he wants to sell us this Mog Sack for almost 10,000 gil, which is like over half our current gil. But what's the deal with Mog Sacks? Okay, so... Okay, so... Where's our... I forgot how to... Okay, view house, Mog Sack. Alright, so basically our Mog Sack, it's a reflection of our inventory. It's similar to the Mog case that we already had, but the Mog Sack was the first, like, double inventory they ever added. And, it's gonna always be the same size as our inventory, so whenever we expand our inventory, our Mog Sack should be expandable as well. So basically we just doubled our inventory, which not really doubled it because of the Mog case, but 30 more inventory slots is pretty great. Definitely worth the money. We'll make more money as I go along between episodes. I've got about 10,000 gil worth of crystals on the auction house as I speak. I'm not gonna make it, am I? Oh, I made it. Sweet. Also, I found out the other day that my friend that I named this character after, he's actually still active. Like, he plays about 2 or 3 times a year. I guess he plays when the free trials line up or something. I went and checked his auction house activity on the auction house website, and it turns out he was active in June. And it was kind of funny. Like, so I sent him a private message to see if I could get back in contact with him, let him know that I stole his name to use for my Let's Play character. Oh, Sid was already concerned about the environment, even before Al Gore released an inconvenient truth. God, I hate Al Gore. But please ignore me. Yeah, Volker looks pretty cool. I wish I could get one of those harnesses. Sid and his teeth got excited. Look at that, like, Volker's talking, you can't see his teeth at all, but Sid talks and like half of his mouth transforms into teeth. Captain of the Mythical Musketeers, huh? I wish I could have a custom face like Volker or Sid. Although perhaps not with so much teeth. Also, I love the Metalworks theme. I'm pretty sure you can hear me quite easily over the game now. So, if you still can't, just let me know. But, like, you can still hear the music fine, though, right? I hope you can, because it's great. This game has a great soundtrack. Most of it was composed... Well, a lot of the early tracks in the base game were composed by several composers. Nobuo Uematsu was among them. But a lot of the tracks in the game, especially in the more recent expansions and even the mid-expansions, really, were composed by Naoshi Mizuta for the most part. And I feel like he's a composer that's really gotten overlooked by the public because he hasn't been part and parcel to games that, like, drew more than, you know, I guess niche attention. Maybe he's more popular in Japan, I don't know, but he should be more popular in the West too. It's kind of irksome that he's not. Could be worse though. I mean, I could not even know who he is and just be like, I love this music. It's all by Nobuo Uematsu. Or something stupid like that, you know. Vastok's kind of got like a muted color scheme going on, especially on an overcast day like this. It kind of looks... Like, I guess I understand why some people don't like it, but at the same time, like, it's got all this water, and it's like sitting right on the sea. To me, it's always been sort of like a sleepy, like, coastal town, I guess. It could look better. It's the town I like the most. Let's see, we need to talk to Cleiades, I think. Fetishism, huh? The Palboro mines, once our main source of mithril, have been under beastman control for some time. We want you to hunt these beastmen, the Quadav, and bring back a Quadav fetish head, a Quadav fetish torso. Okay, yeah. Okay, sure, I'll take that mission. Now, normally this mission would take a while, but you see, I'm cheeky. I already went there to level up. And, because, you know, last episode I left off on, whatever it was, the, you know, like I had turned into a chocobo and I was running through North Gustaberg or whatever. Well, in the very northeast section of North Gustaberg, there's the zone line to the Palboro mines. And it's not marked, and it's not marked even after you have a map. But if you go there, it's full of Quadav, and the ground floor is Quadavs that are around like level 10. And then the second floor is Quadavs that are around level like 16 or 17 or something like that. So it's a pretty good place to level in the teens. And then there's some Quadavs in the further back that are in like the early level 20s. So yeah, and all of the ones that are in the like level 16 range, they drop these. And so you can only get one of each, but yeah, it's pretty easy. Oh, he's raising us to rank 2. Yeah, I guess. I mean... Rank 2. Dalzak, huh? Asking about the Mines District. Wei Ray has left on his journey of rebirth. I get 1,000 gil for that. And he would just give us fetishism again. See, once you rank up, every rank beyond rank 1, you have to get a little bit of your rank meter filled up before they'll give you like new rank missions. And so the best way to do that now is trade away some of our best money makers, the crystals. And I think the type of crystal affects it, like ice crystals, light crystals, and dark crystals are worth a bit more than the standard elemental crystals. But it's kind of whatever. I don't know how much we'll need to trade him to get what we want, but let's go ahead and trade him like those. Or I thought, okay, maybe we need to trade him to a gate guard. Let's see. Your rank points are full. We've added to your access to your conquest points. Okay, so that actually fill us up? That's wow. They must have really toned down what you need to trade crystals in, because you used to have to trade in like I don't know 6 or 7 stacks to fill a rank bar, and now we get the actual mission, which is non-repeatable that we can do. Yeah, I've heard of the Kragadim. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so this one's pretty simple. I'm not sure exactly what would be the fastest way to go there. But we gotta go talk to Sid first, right? So that's whatever. I think it might be slightly faster to like warp to, if not a little bit more dangerous, to warp to Selbina using the home point warps, but I don't really know about that, so we'll see. It's kind of funny, there's a lot of third-party tools people have used to circumvent things in this game, and some people are just completely unabashed about cheating in it, and like they'll walk in here, if they need to talk to Sid, they'll just position hack their character and put themselves, like they'll zone in and put themselves directly in Sid's office. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. The faded crystals, huh? Sounds familiar, actually. Strong crystal resonance on a straight line between that structure and Juno. Huh. Calling it the crystal line, huh? You're getting that blank expression on your face again. I'll skip the details. Yeah. Huh. Okay, sure thing. Saturday night, and there's 11 hours until the conquest tally happens, and it looks like Sandoria is just going to continue owning Gustaberg. I don't understand why the other players would want to own Gustaberg, except for the fact that you could get the outpost warp, but once you have it, like, I would think they would ignore it since they don't like Bastok, but maybe it's just specifically Bastok players hate for no apparent reason, and they like Gustaberg a lot because of the music and the atmosphere. But I would think if you were Sandorian, you wouldn't like the atmosphere of Gustaberg because you don't like Bastok because you didn't start in Bastok. But I don't know. And I was thinking one thing we could do is, instead of teleporting to Selbina, because I realized that would actually be slightly more dangerous, we could use our Destrier Beret. I think our movement speed will go up slightly from doing this, even if we're just in the egg for like, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. So I will talk to you while I'm in egg for about 30 seconds. If nothing else, we'll get to be a cute chocobo while we traverse the world. It could sort of fill in for not being able to ride one yet. We'll get to that eventually. You might have noticed in Records of Eminence it said obtain a chocobo license, and when we talked an episode or two ago to a person who had a chocobo, they said you don't have a chocobo license, so you can't ride one. You get that in a quest from Juno, and the quest itself, unless they've changed it, it used to take about 6 hours to complete. because basically you have to warm up to this chocobo that like they're trying to get to eat because it's sick and they need to feed it these medicinal geisel greens or whatever. But they want you to, you say you want a chocobo license, so they want you to prove yourself and get it to warm up to you and feed it or whatever. So you do, but it takes 2 days. Like you talk to the chocobo, and then you have to wait a game day, and then you talk to the chocobo again, and you gotta wait a game day. And the first 2 times, it's just letting like the chocobo get comfortable with your presence, and then you get to feed it once on the 3rd day, and then a 2nd time on the 4th day, and the 3rd time on the 5th day, and the 4th time on the 6th day. And after you feed it the 4th time, finally, you know, it's happy and it's well and it loves you. And then the guy who owns the stable, who I think his name's Brutus, is like, "Excellent, you're amazing with chocobos. Here's your chocobo license. I couldn't possibly give it to anyone more deserving," or whatever. Something like that. Then you can rent chocobos to your heart's content. There's also a way to breed chocobos after you have your chocobo license, and you get a chocobo whistle, and you can summon your bred chocobo once it's fully grown. And it takes a little while, but it's kind of cool. But the only issue is, again, unless they changed it, is when you breed a chocobo and use the chocobo whistle, it's not available in every outside area, and also it can be slower than a rentable chocobo if you didn't like raise it right, I guess. Like if you focused on other attributes for it or something like that, because like the other thing you do with your bred chocobo is like I think you can race it against NPCs or something like that. Like you don't ride it while you race it. It just, I think if I remember right, it just runs against other NPC chocobos. So that's a whole thing. I'm gonna turn names off again. I keep trying to jump by pressing triangle because I'm so used to jumping in Final Fantasy XIV at this point, and I can't jump. So is that Leaping Lizzie? Okay, no, it just looked bigger because I'm smaller. I swear, sometimes the placeholders even are just bigger than the other rock lizards. Oh, we got aggroed. Oh, that's sad. Hey, that was my costume. Y'all are jerks. I'm not gonna fight. Oh, actually, you know what? You're easy enough to kill. I'm on Black Mage after all. They've definitely altered Black Mage. The starting spells, these tier 1 elemental spells, I'm pretty sure they used to cost 2 to 3 times the amount of MP that they currently cost. And their recast time was also 2 or 3 times longer than what it is. And I'm guessing they reduced that in order to make mages more friendly early on to players, because you can actually do some pretty ridiculous damage on non-magic users. And so, like, I guess they wanted magic users to continue to be competitive. Although, back in the old days, magic was so much better than physical attacks anyway at damage that, like, they definitely needed to cost more and have longer recast times. It was a totally different ballgame back then. But this game is actually pretty, compared to modern MMOs, or modern MMO design philosophy, a lot actually changed about this game like every 2 or 3 years. And when I say a lot changed, I mean like the game came out in 2002 on the computer in Japan, and also like late 2002 computer in, or maybe it was early 2003 computer in the States. And then in fall of 2003 it got the PS2 port. Maybe that was a simultaneous release for PC in the States. Either way, came out in 2002, was released in the States by the end of 2003, and they released the first expansion simultaneously with the, simultaneously with the American launch, and so the first expansion didn't really feel like an expansion, and then they released the second expansion, I think in the summer of 2004, I want to say. It might have been early 2005. I'd have to look it up. Let me just look it up while I'm auto running places. No, do not play that. I hate my computer sometimes. Promathia. Show me the release date, please. September 21st, 2004. Okay, so the fall of 2004. So 2 years after this game came out, it got its second expansion, which to most people felt like the first expansion, because the first expansion pretty much came with the base game, at least in the States. And at that time, I didn't have enough money to buy the expansion, so I ignored Chains of Promathia. And then in 2005, or late 2005, they announced another expansion was coming out in 2006. And apparently, and that would be the Treasures of Aragon expansion. And I had enough money to get that one. I asked for it for my birthday or something. I got it in early 2006. And my older brother at the same time simultaneously bought me a copy of Chains of Promathia. And so then I suddenly had both of them, and I started working on them both. And it was kind of interesting. Because by then, a lot of people had figured out Chains of Promathia and had gotten through it, but it was still considered to be incredibly difficult. And I think it took me about, from the time I got it in the spring of 2006, it took me to basically midsummer to beat Chains of Promathia. At least if I'm remembering correctly. It might have taken me longer. It's kind of all a jumble. When did Treasures of Aragon come out? Now I'm also completely off of my... Yeah, April 18th, 2006. Yeah, so April 2006, I got both Chains of Promathia and Treasures of Aragon. But I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, man. Let's bust out some trust in case we run into Gilly Doo again. He might not be up if people are Cypher of Valineral's alter ego. Huh. That sounds vaguely familiar. Wasn't that a paladin? I'm pretty sure Valineral is a paladin. Another elven. We also might notice we're getting this currency called Sparks of Eminence every time we complete one of these things. The main reason that I wanted to show off Records of Eminence is because, you remember that guy Ixley that I said is going to sell us gear? He sells it for Sparks. And so, vanquish vermin. Get the requisite number of experiencing yield vermin in non-Abyssea areas. Oh yeah, that's going to be a theme you're going to see in a lot of Records of Eminent stuff, non-Abyssea areas, because part of why they introduced Records of Eminence was to get people to break away from EXPing in Abyssea only, because they didn't want Abyssea, they didn't want it to feel like Abyssea was required to just to level up. Now, let's see. We got wide scan on every job now, which is ridiculous. Oh look, there's Gilly Doo again. I can't even remember what level he is. Hopefully he doesn't kill us. Maybe I should look it up before I go
all willy-nilly on him. If I even run towards his correct position. There he is. Okay. Let's do paralyze. Okay, how hard is he gonna hit me? Ow! Okay, yeah, this was a mistake. I think, anyway. Sprouts. Oh man, he's like... Ooh! Ooh. I fought him on like my level 20 monk, didn't I? Well, hopefully my trust can overpower him. Jeez, what is the range on that sprout spin? Start lighting them up in the air. Oh, damn, he's killing all my trusts. I'm probably boned. But no, we got him. Yeah. Whew. Ah, we got the Astromicon! Okay, worth. It was worth it. I regret nothing. See, it's a level 15 greatsword, and the TP drain effect does not trigger as often, nor is it as good as oh look, an Ubi. Oh, they're from like freaking Windurst. Huh. I wonder if they're just like a returning person or whatever. We can't get Ruhajin out for like 30 seconds, but it should be okay. We're not gonna like fight anything serious like that. How much XP did he give? 320? I don't know. I don't know if that makes him like a tough or probably makes him like a tough. Like he's probably like level 15 or 16 monster or something. Because we're like level 12, right? No, we're level 13. That means we could learn another spell. Haha. Oh man, that also means I could have learned that and been hurting him a lot more with fire. Because it's the way magic works in this game. The later spells are always stronger than the earlier spells. And the elements basically you have to know what your monster is less resistant to. So the weaker spells aren't useless. They're just not gonna, like, you have to know the resistances to actually make them matter. And obviously they cost less MP as well, so that you can sort of find which spell is like more MP efficient. For these level 1 spells though, with what they've done to their MP costs, it's not really that important. But yeah, let's get Ruhajin back out. And we still haven't gotten all the pollen for that one quest they want us to do for Rhapsodies. So oh hey, our Records of Eminence thing is here. The repeatable like weekly one or daily one or whatever it is. Also, I think whenever you get EXP from like a quest or from like an objective, if it causes you to level up, I don't think you will see the level up animation. Hey look, it's people going into the dimensional portal. How about that? Daedra Boti. I wonder what they're up to. Probably some crazy convoluted thing I've never heard of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chains of Promathia expansion, which is what that dimensional portal is related to, is what actually changed the position of the telepoint crystal from the south portion of the Crag of Dim to the north portion of the Crag of Dim. But I could be talking out my ass. It's been an awfully long time, and I was like 13 or 14 when I first played this game and got to the Crag of Dim the very first time. So. I find it kind of funny that fire is like the, let's see, earth, water, wind, fire, and then we got blizzard and thunder. Okay, so we just gotta trade a crystal. Let's use this one wind crystal that we got. And now we've got the faded crystal. And the faded crystal is down here. Its energy was completely drained. How about that? How about that? Well, I could stick around and try to do the thing, but, you know, farm the pollen or whatever. I've got that one thing of pollen in my, yeah, in my bag, but I don't have the, oh, come on, give me another pollen. It'd be nice if, since we're all the way out here already, if I could just get the pollens and go do that real quick. Also notice that your trusts don't engage, even if you're in combat by casting. They only engage when you auto-attack. Oh, yay, second clump. Maybe we can get real lucky and just get the third clump right now. Nope. I can't remember what's actually resistant to what as far as monster families go, even on these beginning monsters. Like, I never leveled Black Mage before. Like, I'm pretty sure Black Mage on my main character might be like level 49 for sub job, but it might not even be that high. Like, there were other options for the spells that I could get from it, so I didn't care to level it ever. It's kind of a shame, really, because Magic, like, the older I got and the more I played the game, the more I realized, like, Magic really was, like, the most powerful thing in the game for a long time. You just had to use it in the correct way. And when I say most powerful, I don't necessarily mean, like, did the most damage or was like the best thing ever for killing everything. I just mean, like, think about it. Like, enfeebling magic, it literally makes monsters unable to act a lot. Enhancing magic gives you super buffs. Particularly enhancing magic that's like bard songs or, you know, anything like that. Stuff like shell and protect and haste. The healing magic, obviously, is like the only... Like, there's potions and X potions and elixirs and things, and they do heal an awful lot of HP. It's just you also eventually incur a medicated status debuff that makes it so that you can't drink any more potions for like 2 hours, depending on whatever you use to medicate yourself. And then, like, there was other stuff that conflicted with that too, like Icarus Wings, which instantly fill your TP enough to do a weapon skill, but they give you the medicated status for like 5 hours or something. So Like, yeah. And then when you think about it, magic power, there's also ethers, and while they do give you the medicated status, right, if you use an ether to restore MP, right, like, if you just look at Cure 1, it costs 8 MP. It can restore, like, nowadays it can restore up to, like, something like, I think something in, like, the 40s. So it's like 1 MP is worth 5 HP or something, anyway. Huh. Eminent Dagger. Schnedick. They must be a recent returnee, and look at their title, Family Counselor. That's kind of funny. You'll see me examine people, and like you'll see this level, eye level 119 gear, and it'll just have like stat vomit on it. And there is like a statistical difference, and certain ones are better than others. Usually denoted by like the really good stuff will give a lot of accuracy and attack power, and other stuff, and we'll usually have like extra augment lentos to go through or whatever. Yeah. Please give me my last pollen clump so I can go do that quest in this video. I would like to get the good stuff. Yeah, give me level 14 works too. I mean, I suppose that the longer it takes me to get this pollen, the easier it'll be to come on, brain, work. Brain! 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 Well, the easier it'll be for me to finish 10 records of Eminence objectives and be able to buy gear from Ixley. Buying gear from him was something I didn't even really think about. Like, I didn't think there was a prerequisite to it, because it's like, if you look up guides currently, I'm pretty sure every guide recommends gearing through records of Eminence. They call it Sparks gear, because like even the Sparks gear goes up. Like, there's Sparks gear that's item level 117, which is actually significantly worse than item level 119 gear, but like, it's good enough to just completely make you tower over every single piece of content for like almost all of the game, like traditional stories. The first expansion, the second expansion, the third, the fourth, the fifth, all the add-on expansions that are technically more like DLC, like all of them. Like that gear, if you get to level 99 and get that Sparks gear, you're basically a god. And it's only if you try to go do like the most recent stuff that it really doesn't cut it at all. Like, and even in like the 5th expansion, which was, I guess, Seekers of Adeline, like the ending stories to that, I found those on certain jobs to be difficult enough to warrant me going out of my way to get item level 119 weapons and gear. But at the same time, in that same region, that's where you can actually get some item level 119 gear from the Adeline vendors. So you just got to know where to look and do stuff like, I want to say Delve? I want to say it's rewards from records of Eminence related to Delve. Or maybe Skirmish. I think Skirmish. But more importantly than that long, far-off goal. Like here we are, was like the 5th recording, and I'm talking about like level 99 stuff and like the in-game level, like the lowest level of in-game. The Sparks gear, they also sell you gear for every level range from like level, I want to say from like level 10 to up to level 99. So like you can buy, like we'll be able to buy level 20 gear for the jobs that I'm going to be getting up to like level 20s. And we'll be able to buy level 30 gear when we finally outgrow the Destrier Beret and stuff. Although obviously we'll still be keeping these. Because free crystals is awesome, but also because every job we unlock, whenever we unlock a job, it's going to be at level 1. And there are 22 jobs in the game. So we have 16 jobs to unlock. And they're all going to start at level 1. And if I want to level them all to show them off or whatever, and also show off their story and their artifact quests and whatnot, you know, we're gonna want the Destrier Beret for the EXP bonus, and or not EXP bonus, but the skill gain and the movement speed and the accuracy and all that good stuff. So now I feel like someone else is out here killing bees because I'm not running into as many bees. I just need one dang pollen. Please just give me the last dang pollen. I'd like for this episode to end roughly at an hour and a half, because honestly, even an hour and a half is a bit too long. I think the only videos so far that people have bothered to watch of this Let's Play are like the first and second, except for maybe Colby, because he's Colby. But even he has his limits. I mean, he doesn't have like 2 hours a day to just like watch my bullshit. Although I did notice that I pretty much instantly gained, just by starting this Let's Play, I instantly gained about 6 subscribers, which for me is huge, because that's like 1/10 of my total subs. And like, I'm a small-time, like, idiot, so, you know, I don't really like, I've heard things, I've read things, like, about algorithms, and I've complained God knows how many times about it. Oh yes, the last clump of pollen. But, the, thing is like, oh, you gonna aggro me for real? For as much as I know, I just don't have like the schedule and the means and really the talent, I guess, to just like start being like, oh, that's what the, you know, that's what the Copper MAN voucher, what does that do? Acquiring rewards from the Adventurers Mutual Aid Network. Okay, cool. But, yeah, the, brain not working again. Basically, I'm just trying to say, like, I don't think I'm ever going to be big on YouTube, even if I know all the ins and outs. I sure will kill a trimmer ram, why not? Uh-oh, this might have been a mistake. Oh, this was definitely a mistake. Save me, Ruhaji. I can't even remember what level this thing is supposed to be. It's resisting my magic, though. Let's see. Resistant to air or water? Arrow did pretty good. Water also did pretty good for water's relative strength level. Woo! Spring break! Let's see, we'll throw away these flint stones. We need to keep the faded crystal because reasons. And we can probably... We can throw away this ash staff. It only cost like 200 gil when I bought it, so... We got the ash pole, which is better for my purposes. But yeah, there's actually a quest related to those rams. I don't think we'd be able to see it with our pitiful wide scan. But the trimmer rams spawn in like 3 different locations, like right around here, and like right around here, I think. Maybe one was over here, but I'm pretty sure it's like here, you know, like it's like triangulated around this rock. If you saw where I moved my mouse. And basically, eventually, I've mentioned it before, but a notorious monster will spawn off of them. Either Steel Fleece Baldurich or some other one like Lumbering Ram or Rampaging Ram. I think it's Rampaging Ram in Constatat and Lumbering Ram in Lethane Plateau. And they're like in the high level 20s. And but you need like the Lumbering Horn and the Rampaging Horn for the Purple Belt quest for Monk. And you need to complete the Purple Belt quest to do the Brown Belt quest. And you need to complete the Brown Belt quest to complete the Black Belt quest. And the most memorable ones are the Brown Belt and Black Belt quest. I mean, they're all pretty memorable. I mean, they're pretty simple too. They all involve getting special items from notorious monsters. And trade them to the guy that gives you the belts. The brown belt is a more Bolgul vine from a notorious monster Malboro, and then it's also the Deadly Dodo skin or something from this cockatrice called the Deadly Dodo, and then I want to say it's the New Fang. It might have been New Claw, but there's a tiger notorious monster called the New, and you need its item. You need all 3 of those items. I believe they're all 100% dropped from the notorious monsters. But obviously, anyone who levels Monk will be camping them. And I think even in this day and age, people make those belts because the black belt is substantial. But it's also something to do. It's also like a gentry item or whatever. And after you have the brown belt, the black belt quest is a worm beard, which is basically the jaw of a worm, which is the jaw of a grand worm, like it comes off a Nidhogg or Fafnir. And then an adamantoise egg. And then the behemoth tongue or the behemoth heart? I think it was behemoth tongue off of a behemoth. And you trade those in with your brown belt and he gives you the black belt. I actually have a black belt on my main character. I got the very last adamantoise egg from the very last Aspidolonk spawn on Ashura before they used to be 21 to 24 hour spawns, and they eventually transformed them to be you pop them with a pop item. I can't remember where you even get the pop items, but it's like Savory Shank for Behemoth and Sweet Tea for Nidhogg, Honey Wine for Fafnir. I don't remember at all what spawns the Adamantoise now, But I got the last 21 to 24 hour spawn on that turtle and got my black belt egg from it back in, what was it, like 2010? Might have been late 2009, but I'm pretty sure it was 2010, I'm pretty sure. I was a late arrival on Monk. I leveled it to like the mid 50s a long time ago, and then just decided I didn't like it as much as Warrior and took Warrior to level 75, and then decided I liked Thief and took Thief to level 75, and then decided I liked Ninja to level 75, and then decided I liked Samurai because of Samurai Shampoo, and so I leveled Samurai to level 75. And those are my only 4 level 75 jobs during the level 75 era. By the time I had all those level 75 with their WSNMs and their Naizu Isle weapon skills and gear sets for all of them and whatnot, and all of the ninjutsu spells for ninja, stuff took a lot longer, and I was into endgame, so I was doing a lot of endgame stuff instead of leveling. I wound up, like, they raised the level cap before I could level anything else, and shortly after they raised the level cap, they introduced Abyssia, and so after that, I think it was late 2009 when they did that, I leveled pretty much everything else in Abyssia. Let's see, did we give the pollen straight to Abelard? It's the mayor of Selbina. Oh, he looks fancy. Man, his assistant has a really cool harness again, but then his pants are stupid. Of course, I'm also wearing stupid pants, so... A pirate? Oh, we're shocked. Shocked, I say. Pretty young lass lying along the deck, huh? Always had quite the fondness for the color red. Weird. Hunger strike. Okay. Well, it turns out, remember how the sub-job quest guy also asked us for the Gilgamesh's, like, voucher? Instead of a copper AMAN voucher, they would have given us the key item, the voucher for... Hey. That's the guy, right? Paco Mart? Let's see what this is all about, then. For Norg, huh? Well, this is awfully early to be going to Norg if you ask me, but okay. Holy shit. It actually just like dumps us in Norg? Is it gonna actually let us walk around in Norg? Or are we just gonna... Wow, that's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Like... absurdly ridiculous. And we get a telepoint point here too. This is why I don't like this. Like, this is a place, it's like one of my favorite places in the entire game, but normally how you find it is through like several secret passages and walls behind a waterfall in a faraway jungle. The fact that we just get to come here right now is, I mean, it's delightful because I love this place, but it's also irritating because, like, I don't feel like we've earned the right to be here. And some of the NPCs that talk to you around here, like, say stuff that would only make sense if you'd been exploring the world for a while, like this guy. Uh-huh. And to think that this is the hideout of the pirates who attacked me when I was still a young adventurer. See, if you ride the ferry, there's a chance to get attacked by pirates. And it turns out that Norg is those pirates. So, oof. You know, like, you're supposed to empathize with Goodbye here and, like, understand things. On the up and up, though, this will make it easier for us to unlock some jobs, like Samurai and Ninja. But that's not why we're here. We don't have a level 30 job yet anyway, so. We'd recognize these characters if we'd done other storylines. Master, what is this, a maid cafe? Lady, I don't even know who you are. I have wholly lost track of what year this is. 884. This time is many, many years before I came to be, and my presence here is somewhat of an anomaly. You mean to say that you haven't been born yet? Vanadil stands on a precipice, and the Master is the only one who can guide me. I like how I look like a complete doof, and they're like in very serious clothes that actually look very cool. Huh. Darkness that engulfed your era, huh? Does this mean that the Beastmen end up victorious? Or is it something more nefarious? Our reality? Sure, why not? Because I don't know what you're talking about, lady. The emptiness, huh? Descended like a thick miasma, stifling the land under a blanket of silence. It looked into the Master's eyes and could see the truth. Or I looked into the Master's eyes. My homeland was not the only victim. Quan, Mendarsha, Adulan. The end times were upon us. Both man and goddess were powerless to stop it. But then how'd you survive? The Master and my father sacrificed themselves. Huh. My mother's from an island known as Raisenjima, the land where the final struggle took place. Vanquishing the emptiness was but a fantasy. It was all I could do to erect a barrier to halt its advance. A Pyrrhic victory, indeed, as the walls of Raisenjima's sanctorum could do naught but echo back my own solitary cries. I was trapped for several years when a spirit descended from the heavens to alight on a nearby brazier. She told me that there was only one speck of hope that could save us. Master. I was to find the Master and join my light with his. The spirits opened a path for me, guiding me back here to this point in Vana'diel's history. Master, I would like to give you this, lest I forget to do so at a later juncture. From what you told me, there will be many trials posed to you before you finally set foot in the land you know today as the Far East. Keep this by your side, and the path will remain open to you, always. Follow its guidance, and it will lead you unfailingly to my time. However, now just hang on a minute. If we just follow it without doing anything else, we'll just end up at your apocalyptic future, where you're the only one left alive, right? That is correct. However, the Master surely has the capacity to experience both futures, one with the emptiness and one without. Please find a way to... I cannot stay long. Oh, and she... I guess went back to the future? I mean... yeah. Huh. The plot thickens. People getting lost in places that look familiar, but are somehow a bit off. Talk to your dire lion, huh? Bit of a tomboy, huh? Norg... they made Norg their headquarters 30 years ago, huh? Beastmen Confederates plans, huh? So basically, this is what happens, right? You start proceeding along Rhapsodies, and every time you hit a point where they need a character from one of the prior story missions, they basically tell you, oh yeah, you haven't done this yet, so go do it. Because Rhapsodies is actually supposed to be the final storyline, although I hear they're coming out with something called the Voracious Resurgence. But yeah, so basically they're telling us go do your... Go take care of the Beastman threat. And quite honestly, we could go, but like, we only have to get up to, I think, rank 3 now. But we're gonna need like rank 6 for a later mission anyway, when we go back to do Rhapsodies, and then they tell us to go do another thing anyway. So at this point, we're free to continue leveling and unlocking jobs and doing things that I actually care about doing in this like order. Because it's not that I like don't care. It's just it's very irritating, I guess. Let's go talk to that AMAN person real quick, maybe. If they're actually around here somewhere. It said in front of the auction house, so I assume there's one around here. I just don't know who it is. Did it give me a name in that? Let's see. Assist channel. Speak to it in front of the Sandoya Bastock. Oh, in front of the Monk house. Not the auction house. Sorry, I saw house. My brain is stupid, as you may have surmised. But the main thing that we wanted from that is you get these key items called Rhapsodies. And we got the Rhapsody in white for doing that. And the Rhapsody in white, what it actually does is it increases our combat skill gain rate by 100%. It gives us 30% more EXP per everything that gives us EXP for kills and stuff, and lets us summon a 4th trust. I think it also lets us use trusts in certain battlefields or something. Okay. Okay, he's giving us like some mans. What are the requirements? Da, 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 da. New player, blah blah blah. Returnee, you are mentor, blah blah blah. Okay, where can I access it? Everywhere, pretty much. That's a town. Mentor messages, or I've never even heard of this, by the way. Like, mentors have always been a thing in this game, but I've never like been one, and I've never known someone who was one. I've just seen them before, walking around. Cool, yay, that was easy. We're coming up on the hour-and-a-half mark, so it could be worse. After I turn in this mission at Sid, though, I'm actually gonna go back to leveling, but I want to show you a place where I'm gonna be doing leveling for the jobs that are over level 20, because I fully intend to the place that I can go level in here in Bastock. It's easily accessible, and you can level in there easily from the early level 20s to the mid 30s, possibly even up to the 40s. I can't remember exactly how high the enemies in there go, but with current EXP rates, it'll be a breeze. Yeah, okay, I gotta trade it to you, I guess. Faded crystal, there you go. The shattered telepoint, huh? Okay, so give it to Ayami or Naji. Huh. What are they? A ranger. A ranger wielding axes. That's the ranger after my own heart. And those axes look like they have quite a lot of range attack bonuses on it. Ranger is a very interesting job. It is basically a glass cannon, and it specializes in ranged attacks, but it can also make pretty good use of daggers and axes, and has a pretty decent club skill too, although it's honestly nothing to write home about. Now we could give that to Naji, but let's go give it to Ayami. Maybe if we complete this mission via Ayami, we can get her to trust? No? Maybe? No? No? Nah, probably not. Okay, that's cool and all, but I would like to give you this other key item. Naji didn't look smart enough. Because I felt like it. Because you're a hottie and I want you to bond with me. Ugh. Apparently telling her or giving her a report one time isn't enough to make her a trust. Sag. Anywho, since it's free to teleport, we're just going to use teleport because we're coming up on an hour and a half. And we're going to teleport. I think we got one in the mines, right? Yeah, we do. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh yeah, one other thing. Because we're rank 2 now, we can buy rank 2 equipment from the gate guards. And yeah, so this is kind of on the way to where we're going. But yeah, we can get rank 2 items. Decurions items is what they're called. We could get a Decurion's Hammer for White Mage, which I might. I probably will. We could get Legionnaire's Harness, which we don't really need, but it's got fire resistance on it, which does make it better than the Brass Harness. And then we can get the Legionnaire's Subligar, which is probably our best option for War Monk, Red Mage, and Thief when they get level 20. And there's upgraded versions of it too, which I don't know how to get. But our purchases are actually kind of bad that we can make right now. There's actually more items for rank 2 that we could buy, but because Bastok is in last place, they're not an option, right? And level 30 we'll be able to get stuff that rank 3 whenever we get rank 3, so that'll be interesting. But anyway, I'm just going to go show you where I'm going to be doing leveling. Once jobs hit level 20, it'll be where I'm going. I suppose I could also show you where the Palboro mine is, because that's where I've been leveling from like level 10 to level 22. And you could actually go up to like level 25, 26, even 20. You could probably go all the way level 30 in Palboro mines. It would just take a lot longer. The place that I'm going to show you. At least that's my opinion and my memory. I don't know if that's actually 100% true. Also, I think he'll let us through. If he doesn't let us through, then this place won't be relevant, but whatever. Oh no, we've gone over an hour and a half. I'm a monster! Okay, so Lathanes, or Lasthenes. Okay. Cool beans. He says that we've proved ourselves. Basically, I think his dialogue is just that first line. And if for some reason, if you didn't have the Rise of the Zillart expansion, he wouldn't let you through, because the area we're going to go into is actually a Zillart area, I believe. Come on. Where's the zone line? I just want to get there to show people. This was the Zarin mines, by the way, which we have a map for now. Also, the Zarin mines and the Palboro mines are linked by a waterway. But yeah, Koroloka Tunnel, or Koroloka Tunnel, or Koroloka? Yeah, I guess it's Koroloka. I've always said Koroloka because I'm like that. And you got these landworms that are basically like level 23 or something, which instantly puts them at like the highest level of the monsters that are in Palboro Mines. The bats are roughly the same level, the seeker bats there. And these are just the beginning monsters. Further on in here, I don't know if we got a map. We don't have a map. But further on in, there's other monsters to fight that are slightly higher level. There's also some notorious monsters in here that are in like the level 40s and stuff. But you got like huge spiders, you got thread leeches, which you wouldn't want to fight thread leeches, but you got combats, which are bigger bats. There's also bogies and ghosts. There's gigases, there's fish somewhere in here. It's a pretty cool cave place. Really good for EXP. And I used to actually come here on any job that I was leveling way back in the day when I got to level 20, and I would just solo these landworms until I was level 25, because like when you come in here at level 20, they're basically, I think they register as tough or very tough, and so by level 21 or 22 they're like they continue to be they start being even matches, but then they can still be tough, and some of them can even be very tough still. And by like level 24, they start being even match, decent challenge. And when you hit level 25, they're all like decent challenge or weaker. But with like an EXP band and stuff, you can just keep going. And the thing about the worms is they have really low HP, and they cast stone magic. And there's like a ninja sub job you can get, and you can get a spell with ninja that will block single target magic multiple times, called Yutsusemi. It can also block physical attacks. And with that in tow, you're basically not invulnerable, but it's really hard for them to kill you. So yeah, it's like one of my favorite places to solo level in the 20s. And you could actually go in further, and there's also a Grounds of Valor book in there, I'm pretty sure, that has Grounds of Valor buffs to give you, like food buffs to enhance you, and protect shell, regen, refresh, etc. So all in all, it's a really good place to get to work at. And I guess I'll go ahead and show you the Palboro Mines. It'll probably take a few minutes to run up there, but I got a level Black Mage up anyway, so that's where I'm headed next anyway. And we're already over an hour and a half, so I'll try to keep it down to an hour 45 minutes. And I think the fastest way to go, other than teleporting directly into the Palboro Mine, which I wouldn't want to do anyway because it costs gil, is to grab one of these home points and teleport to the port, and then run out the port. So. We will see, we will see. Another reason I like Bastok is like literally the town is made out of stone, and it's like sitting amidst these really high mountain walls. And it just feels like a really cool place. I like places that feel like they're made out of stone and are made out of stone. We want the port, we want the exit. Another cool thing about leveling in the Palboro mines is that each of the quadevs give you a small amount of gil every time you kill them. Every Beastman does. And the ones in the second floor give 45 to 60 gil per kill, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you kill like, 100 of them, that's 6,000 gil, right? So, like, it adds up. Plus you're getting crystals that you can sell, and other things you can sell, and other things you can turn in for rank prestige and stuff, so. And also some of them drop like level 10 and 11 pieces of gear. That's like where I got these pants that I'm wearing. Was when I was in there on White Mage. But yeah, we're down here on the south. We want to go all the way north. And it'll take just a few minutes here. And so tell me what you think so far about the game. I know it's not exactly polished. It's really rough around the edges, especially in this day and age. But like, I don't know, like there's a lot going on, as you can tell, and even with just the quote-unquote basic jobs, we've got so much. Like we've got 2 magic lists. We've got white and black magic, and then those white and black magic alone have 6 different magic skills associated with them. You'll notice we don't have any divine or dark magic yet. That's because the store in Bastok doesn't sell it. Dark magic is stuff like Bio, Drain, Aspire. Aspire is basically the magic version of Drain. It drains MP instead of HP. And then divine magic is stuff like Banish and Holy and Flash. And as far as which jobs have what skill level for those, obviously White Mage has pretty good divine magic skill and Black Mage has pretty good dark magic skill. And Red Mage has them both, but Red Mage doesn't actually innately... Well, Red Mage does learn Bio, but it doesn't actually innately learn any divine magic So in order to, if you want to get any divine skill ups on Red Mage, you actually have to first learn Banish on White Mage and level Red Mage to a level while subbing White Mage to where you could cast like the Banish spell. And it's not really that important because Divine Magic doesn't really do very much. It's basically like the light elemental version of elemental magic, and it has a special. The Banish spell series has a special effect on undead monsters. It causes them to be weak to slashing type weapons by like 25% or something like that. I don't exactly know how that works. I don't know if it actually puts a debuff on them that wears off. I just know that if you cast Banish on them, then they should get weak to slashing. But I might be remembering wrong. I don't think I am, though. Holy is a pretty cool spell. In its original form, from what I heard, it did over 1,000 damage. And its cast time is like 1 second. So like it casts really fast. And on the original PC version of the game, basically that made Paladin and White Mage ridiculously overpowered for damage dealing. And by the time the American version of the game came out, they had nerfed Holy so that it did a lot less damage. Which is both cool and sad. But it, like, you get it before level 50 or at level 50 or something, which is pretty quickly, especially these days. You just have to get the scroll, obviously. It also used to cost less MP. I think nowadays it costs a lot of MP still. Kind of wish I'd leveled Paladin back in the day. I never leveled Paladin, even on my main character, really. I think I leveled it in Abyssia, but like in Abyssia, leveling experience doesn't really count because the EXP literally goes so fast. And Abyssia is the first place that made EXPing a joke, and you could get a job from level 30 to level 99 in Abyssia in like 1 8-hour setting or whatever. Like if your alliance was on point and you were like really tracking and had gear for when you finally came out of being a key whore in the mid 70s. I've got like a decade and a half worth of stories about this game, so I could probably talk about it endlessly, which is kind of part of why I'm doing the Let's Play. It's like I may not know everything about the current state of the game, but yeah. So anyway, this is the zone line for Palboro Mines. There's going to be many more zone lines like this, and I guess this like is supposed to be what like encourages you to put marks on maps. Alright, because you can mark your maps and they will stay marked forever until you delete the marks. And as you saw, there's like a gajillion marks you could add. Like you could mark on a map where a notorious monster spawns. You could mark on a map, you know, like where certain monsters are, or where, you know, hidden zone lines are and stuff. Yeah, this is the Palboro Mines. We bought a map for it. Basically, oh, that little blue thing didn't used to be there. There's a couple of different paths you can take. You can go up and over to the northeast, and those will take you up a winding path that will eventually take you to the second floor. Or you can go up and over and down and around to the up blue arrow, and it's an elevator. And yeah, as you can see, the place is just chock full of quad evs, which these ones are, I guess, too weak to be worthwhile. They're the same ones you'd find outside. But and there's other miscellaneous monsters in here too, like these pit hares and all that. I guess I'll just run onto the elevator real quick and show you the second floor. If I can, really quickly here. Oh no, we're at an hour and 45 minutes. I said I was gonna stop. And yeah, if any of these actually check as easy prey, they will aggro you. The quadovs, that is. The regular monsters throughout here don't really, are non-hostile. You can see the elevator shaft from right here. There's also like an ore refinery machine in here that you can put ore into and then change into something else. I don't know how it works, and I don't think it's worth using, and I think it's involved in a quest. Basically, you have this elevator, and you got to pull the lever. And you can tell they reused this sort of idea for the dungeon design in the Copper Bell mines in Final Fantasy XIV. You know, basically a mine with an elevator shaft. But dungeons in 11 here, as you can tell, they're not instanced. They're just part of the game world, living and breathing the whole time. Yeah, doesn't this architecture look familiar? Doesn't it look like the inside of the Zerun mines? And coming up that elevator, if you just walk over here real quick, and take a left down to the river, there's some boats, and you can hop into them and press the lever, and they go down like a mine track or whatever, and it goes all the way to Zerun mines. So you have a quick escape, which is another reason this is a pretty good place to level at. Anyway, that's all I want to show you. I'm going to go back to getting jobs up in level, and whenever I'm comfortable with wherever they get to, I will come back to record more, and we'll continue on with our nation story missions, and we'll have a good time. So, until then, thank you for watching, stay safe, and have a great day.